munit, tome'tayl, skotah, iisa.
Sukui bal olarum. I'm Anubis. I've been studying working with Mando'a for about 10 years. I'm a hobbyist linguist. If anyone is new to the show, what that means is I like to study languages because I'm a big nerd. And I'm one of the contributors behind the Mando'a expansion project, which you can find the latest and greatest dictionary from on mandocreator.com. And with me is the one and only...
Oh, Velen! Olarum! Welcome back, guys! So, as we announced last week, or last episode even, it's last week for us, but it's like 2 weeks ago for you guys. So, as we announced last episode, we gonna go into all the gnarly little swear words. So
we're going
disclaimer
down to the dark side.
Yeah, we're going down. Yeah, disclaimer. So if we like real life swearing this episode, bear with us because we have to explain what the stuff means, right?
Right. So hide the kids. The Arike need to be in bed because this might be unsafe for little ears.
You've been warned. You have been warned.
This is, of course, our wonderful 100 subscriber super fun episode because usually the first thing you learn in any new language is how to say dirty words and cuss words. That's just what everybody does.
Yeah.
So
pretty much.
You know, we thought about starting with this, but it's way more fun if we save it for a bit, and now we're here. So let's get into it.
Yeah. So as Anu said, it made sense to just lay some foundations, and now we can go all in. So you guys actually know how to use that in a sentence and not just have the swear words on its own.
And now that you know a little bit more about the culture, you'll understand why some of these insults are as strong as they are.
Exactly. Before we go into that, I have a few announcements to make. We have a new Patreon in the Rusalur tier, and that is Kirill Tashvar. Welcome. Oh yeah.
Vorentje
nervot. So, as always, also plugging that here, if you guys want to support our little project here, be sure to check our Patreon out. I write up little articles about every episode with some pictures, background information. We upload bloopers when they happen. We have a community Discord that's accessible at every tier on our Patreon, and for the highest tiers, there are even some little physical goodies. So, having said that, I have to actually myself from last episode. It's really just a teeny tiny thing, but I thought it was funny, and that's why I wanted to share. We spoke about a little overlap to the Terry Pratchett Discworld books last time. And I said it wrong, actually, because I read the novels in German and not in English. They don't say endure, they say hang. Yeah, that works even better with katini. So I thought I just wanted to share that with you guys. They say hang. And the even funnier thing is not only hang, they say hang together, hang alone. Yeah, classical Pratchett humor for you guys. So, but before we go fully overboard, this is after all not a Discworld podcast, but Mando stuff and Star Wars stuff. So we just wanted to go over a little homework from the other week. We got some cool comments again. Thank you guys for participating.
So we had asked you all to write a little dialogue in Mando'a for us, and a few people did, and so we'll read a couple of those, the ones that showed up on our YouTube here.
Yeah. In that case, it is YouTube. We try to read the comments on every platform.
The easiest one to find is YouTube.
Yeah, but I also check Spotify regularly, and even also Reddit from time to time. So no worries, guys. No worries. You are seen. Just have to pick some out. So want to do the first one from Shoya together.
Sukuigar.
Sukui.
Siongar mirde be mando akaan. Blaster noises.
Blaster noises, yeah. So Shoya said they both draw weapons. So what that little exchange basically meant is, Sukui, hey, hi. Then the other guy asks, what are your thoughts on the Mandalorian Civil War?
And those thoughts were communicated with blasters, not with words.
Yeah. And the other one, I think that's a little harder to reenact, so I just read it. It's from Feature Lawrence, I think. Sorry if I butchered your username. Sukuyanade, ibikarius. So, hey everybody, this is the way. Betenes paran, size all around. Neish burc'ya, neish, minuvabi, ibac, olar. No, friend, no. We don't do that here.
Something that happens all too often.
All too often. Yeah, as we all know. Some of our little teaser reels really took off on TikTok lately. And so many people commented with, this is the way. I had to hold back so much to not comment on it. You guys have no idea.
At this point, they're just doing it to troll us, I'm quite sure.
I don't think that people had any contact with us before, because it really, for our circumstances, it was going viral. So
yeah, that's
but there's that. So there's last week's homework for you.
All you can do really is batnor.
Yeah. So let's just real quick then, before we get into the thick of it, let's go over our intro sentence here.
All right. So you want to run it by me one more time?
Munit, tome'tayl, skotah, iisa.
So munit, tome'tayl. That means quite directly long memory. So munit, tome'tayl, long memory. Skotah means short. Iisa means fuse. So long memory, short fuse. Directly, straight up, nothing figurative or unusual there. And this is just a phrase that talks directly about Mandalorians in general and how they remember things for a long time and are pretty quick to anger if you try to get them fired up. And makes a perfect intro sentence for our episode about words you're likely to hear when a Mandalorian is angry.
Yeah. Probably you catch yourself fist first, but
No. Actions before words, most likely, but the words probably will also happen.
The words that will follow that action. Too good. So funny. Just a little insert here. Was just watching Mr. and Mrs. Smith earlier with my Shiarika, and I was like, yeah, that's probably how a Mandalorian relationship in real life would be.
I never really
So
thought about it that way, but yep, maybe not too far off.
yeah, from the point on where they know that they're both like special agents and like brawl with each other, I was like, yeah, I can see that. As I already was in the mindset for the podcast today, I looked on it through that lens and was like, yeah. So yeah, there's that.
So yeah, I really want to mention a couple of these kind of instigating phrases where, if things are starting to go a little sour, what you might run into. So one of my favorites is just simply Duraani burc'ya, which is a very short version of, are you looking at me with like scorn or contempt? Using burc'ya as friend. It's really just the verb. It doesn't even have any other grammar. Just Duraani.
Burc'ya, yeah, it's kind of like it's like kind of, you're looking for beef, brah?
Yeah. Hey, bruh, what you looking at? And the way that that's translated in the dictionary is, you looking at me funny, pal? And that's pretty accurate.
Yeah. So if anyone's giving you the looks, you just could go
mean bugging you.
Duraani burc'ya or Duraani arweti.
Yep. And some of the words we'll learn in a little bit here, you could even go even more direct with it. We'll see. But if the other person then, hearing you say this, realizes that you're starting to kind of get aggressive here, and maybe they weren't initially looking for a fight, they might respond with Copaani mirshmure'cye vote, or Copaani mirshmure'cye burc'ya, or arweti, or any level. They might match the same level there, and that one is
might match your tone.
Yeah, exactly. That one is another pretty great one. It's pretty much literally means, do you want a headbutt? Which, brain kiss.
I think we used that one, or we spoke about that one in our fourth episode, Tough Love, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly.
So you might recognize that one, but yeah, that's the funny thing with like the mirshmure'cye, with the keldabi kiss. So it can be affectionate, but it certainly don't has to be.
Yeah. Especially if only the Mando in the discussion is the one wearing the helmet.
Yeah, then that one's settled pretty fast, I guess. Yeah.
Fight over initially at the very first start. Wow, done.
The classical situation, if one guy's looking for beef, the other's not. Like, as like Duraani burc'ya, like Miven?
yeah, that one's a pretty good one. It's almost chat slang. It has kind of become a stand-in for WTF, where it's just like, what is happening? I have no idea. Miven? And that's basically what it means. It's like, what's going on?
So I didn't do anything, basically, in that case.
Yeah. Or maybe if you are feeling quite confident, but you want to shut down the aggressor in a more of a warning type of deal, you could say shab'rud'ni. Hey, don't mess around with me, bro. Kind of shab around and find out.
Yeah, you don't know what you get yourself into.
The phrases, most of them pretty much out of the way. The set phrases there, we could get more into the nitty gritty, I think.
I mean, what you guys are all here for, I'm pretty sure. So let me just check my notes for a second, because I had... Yeah. So we discussed before the recording here. There are also some adjectives that you could use as an insult, or use to like enhance an insult. Like you would call someone I don't know, darn idiot in real life. So that builds upon each other.
Right.
We had, for example, batnor,
which literally means on your back, basically.
someone that's drunk or not. I think you also could argue just incapacitated.
Yeah, incapacitated, usually of their own doing.
Yeah. What also goes in the same direction was besom.
Mm-hmm.
That's someone that's just ill-mannered, unhygienic.
Yeah.
Without
and when
manners.
you're talking about manners in Mandalorian context, this has got to be a pretty rough individual.
Yeah. Like a real swine, basically.
Yeah.
So, boracyk.
Boracyk? Yeah,
Is
boracyk.
Boracyk. Come on. Like, it always gets me.
Yeah.
The CYK
Yeah.
in all its glory. Like, yeah. The one time I pronounce it as a K, it gets me. The one time I try to throw a sh in there, it gets me. It's like, yeah. Velen and his pronunciations there.
Yep.
Boracyk. So that's a pennyless person between jobs.
Yeah, literally means between jobs.
So kind of also gets on the, like, yeah.
By itself, maybe not directly an insult, but can be used as an enhancer here for sure.
Pennyless Dikut, for example, right? So I mean, don't have to explain to you guys what Dikut means. We
hopefully
spoke
not
about that enough. Yeah, no, but like so
if you've made it this far and you still don't know what Dikut means, then maybe it's you. Maybe you figured it out.
Maybe it's you. Yeah, maybe it's exactly you. Yeah. So yeah, no, like you get what I'm saying. I think that just would fit together nicely. The boracyk Dikut, the penniless idiot. So what else do we have?
Let's go with that one.
Cetar'narir.
So cetar'narir that's a verb, and that basically means to be really cruel to someone, to like crush them under your boot, sort of deal. It literally means to like boot action. Yeah, this is something where maybe you could use this to describe how you utterly obliterated this other chakar, which we'll get into in just a second. In your insulting match last time at the bar.
For example, or just if someone's really too little to lose with insults, you also could say it's a cruel person. It's yeah, that's cruel, man. Like, yeah. So, and as Anu just hinted at, I think we also used that mainly in the episode where we had Shoya as a guest. The chakar, or chakarish.
So chakar, that's when I'm looking for an insult in Mando'a, that's the one that pops into my head first, generally. If I'm talking about someone that I really actually dislike legitimately. So chakar, yeah, that's basically kind of a low life, essentially a corpse robber, a grave robber. And the reason why this is such an insult in Mandalorian culture is because this would be used to describe somebody who is like stealing armor and equipment off of another fallen Mando'ad. So if you've got Mandos in battle together and this dude is like, hey, this guy died over here, I'm gonna swipe that blaster, that's a chakar. This guy stealing from the dead rather than letting their equipment go to their elite, to their family like it's supposed to. That's the level of low life that chakar is referencing here. And so chakarish is just the adjective to describe something as being of that sort.
Now that you explained it, I noticed that we also have that as an insult in German. So
what would that one be?
That makes total sense. Leichenfledderer.
Ah, interesting.
So someone that's like searches corpse for valuables.
Yep.
I took corpse robber too literally before. I was like, someone that like robs a corpse out of his graves, like ghoul gang style, you know, like. So, but yeah, that way makes way more sense. So now I understand why that's an insult. So we have the words that are related to our beloved Dikut. We have Dikun, what literally means.
That one is basically someone who has no boundaries. They kind of, how to describe this? So when you've got your VOD starts going off about some horrifically embarrassing thing that you really didn't want to leave between the two of you in the middle of a crowd, they are a Dikun. They're overstepping boundaries without a second thought. Yeah, they are not respecting those boundaries. Then that is Dikun. It's not normally an insult that you would throw out, I would say, as kind of like something to call somebody, but something that you would recognize when it happens is like, hey, don't be a Dikun.
Of course, we also have Dikut la, would be just the adjective for a Dikut, like when something is useless or someone, then it's Dikut la, right?
Acting like a Dikut, you are a Dikut la.
Dini la and Dini. This
is one that a lot of people that I've met online like to actually describe themselves as, for better or worse. But so yeah, Dinila is insane, yeah, crazy, and Dini is somebody who is crazy, a lunatic, crazy, and so some people feel like that describes them, and they latch onto that.
One could argue that kind of applies to all Mando'ad.
Yeah, in some contexts, yeah.
So it's like, Dini la Mando'ad.
And related to that is Ordini. That one is a little more insulting because it's, it's basically like Ori attached to Dini, so it's like really big, crazy. And that one gets into a more insulting register of, someone's a moron or a fool. They don't have their right sense going on.
Freaking lunatic, basically.
Yep.
One that we also mentioned in several episodes now is Darmanda, which is not necessarily an insult if it's true.
Yep.
So if someone wishes to not be Mandalorian anymore, but if I call someone that identifies as Mandalorian Darmanda, that's like super hefty insult there.
Yeah, it can also be used in a way of almost like pity, I would say, where it's, a Mandalorian feeling sorry for someone who should be Mandalorian, but for whatever reason, whatever circumstance is not able to be considered part of the Mandalorian culture. We see this in the Republic Commando novels, actually, where Cal talks about the clones, the clone troopers, as being Darmanda because they were raised as Mandalorians in a way, but they never really had a buir to teach them how to be Mandalorian. So they're like halfway there, but they're not quite Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And so he says this in kind of a way of pitying them, feeling sorry for them. So yeah, it's a lot of context dependency on that one, but yeah, certainly it can be insulting.
If I say that to someone that is, so to say, original Mandalorian, raised by a Mando'ad, etc., they will not take it.
Yeah. As we see happening all too often in the Mandalorian series. You're not a Mandalorian. You're not a Mandalorian. Darmanda.
What brings me to the nice meme I posted in our community Discord the other day. Yeah, did you take your helmet off? Yes, I did. So you're not Mandalorian anymore. So okay, Shab-Based, I'm gonna hang out with Boba Fett. And then Boba Fett says to Din Djarin, like, yeah, Shab her. She's not a Mandalorian anymore. You got a darksaber. You got to design.
Yeah, you set the rules, right? Which makes it even funnier coming from Boba Fett, who is just like watching this as a bystander. being Mandalorian in a way that doesn't care about these silly rules.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
but wait, there is more.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, the getze, I think the getze are really funny. Like to have the nerve, like the guy having the audacity to speak to me that way.
Yeah, it's this one is, I would say, kind of directly pulled in from English, because it almost literally means it does literally mean nuts, actually, and it is also
really?
it is also used to mean testicles, of course, in slang. So it's talking about you've got the balls to do this. Yeah, you've got the nerve, the audacity.
I kind of would have read it as the guts.
No. Get in Mando'a means nut, like the food. So it's literally nuts.
Okay, that makes sense. I was like just from the phonetical like yeah, okay.
It's pulling double duty in that way, I guess.
Yeah. First proper swear we get is harchak.
Harchak. Yeah. That one is I feel like this is another of my my personal pet peeves with the Mandalorian series, where they invented the brand new curse words when these perfectly great ones already existed with dank ferric. Nah, who cares about dank ferric? Harchak is much harder sounding. I really like the sound of that one, and that one is and basically used in the same way as you would use dank ferric of damn it, Harchak.
Yeah, imagine a Mando like pinching their finger and going like Harchak.
Exactly. And them deciding to intentionally avoid using Mando'a at every possible opportunity is something that Bikniskanadin, it really ticks me off. And we talked about that a couple episodes ago, I think.
It was episode 5, the holiday special.
Oh my goodness, time flies.
Yeah.
Talking about the Bikni Dean grammar
construction
form.
basically. Yeah.
And so Bikniskanadin, when something pisses you off and really makes you angry.
It really grinds my gears.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's skana is also something that could be used as an insult, because that is something that is disgusting or hated.
Yeah, a hated thing or a hated person. Yeah. So like that effing shit, basically.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. From the same like root, I think we have haran, which is just like hell, right?
Yeah, and it probably can't be used exactly in all the many and varied ways that we use hell in English, but if you use it in Mando'a, people are probably going to know what you're going for. So
before we go on, that one is a really sweet one, and I don't want to forget about it. Demagolka.
Yeah. Demagolka is that's a strong one. Probably not one you would hear thrown around in the bar over drinks.
It's not an easy one, for sure.
If someone is legitimately being described as demagolka, then that is like, all right, lads, let's load up. We're going to war against this guy. Because Demigol, for a little bit of background lore here, was Mandalorian. Interestingly, not considered Darmanda, despite being one of the worst people to ever exist. He technically followed the cetar'narir. So, so Demigol was there's a wide range here. He was kind of a, you could say, doctor, more like a scientist that experimented on people, and he did some really horrible, heinous things. And so someone that is called Demigolka, it's like this person is, maybe like eating people or something. Like it's really, really bad. Like really bad.
Yeah, for just for context, and I think it's important to just speak about that for a second. I think the inspiration for that might have been Mengele.
Could be, yeah, could be.
Yeah. So for everyone that doesn't know, that was unfortunately a doctor in a Nazi German concentration camp in the Second World War that has done some screwed up things with prisoners. So
yeah,
just to paint you a picture how strong that one is, that's basically putting that at the same level.
Yeah, exactly. That's not one you throw out lightly. For sure.
Yeah. So if you're really of the opinion that someone is almost like a war criminal, or to be honest, even worse than that, probably
crimes against humanity level.
Yeah. Like holy smokes. So one of my favorites is Hutoon.
Yeah, Hutoon is a great one to throw out as well, and that one can also be. It's mind you, it is very strong in Mandalorian culture because being a coward is very new Mando Carla, and that's of course what it means is coward, which also comes from the why the word is Hutoon, because it comes from Mandalorian dealings with the Hutts, the Hutt clans, and their cowardly, underhanded ways. So Hutoon, you call someone a coward, they're probably going to be call a Mando Hutoon. Then that Mando is most likely going to be willing to show you that they are not, in fact, a coward, and they will not back down from this fight.
they're probably challenging you to a duel.
That's fighting words for sure, but it can also be used, in kind of jesting ways with your vod, come on, what are you, Hutoon? Egging them on into doing something stupid, probably.
Yeah.
Something Jarela.
Don't be a Hutoon la Mando'ad.
Yeah.
So I think one explanation also why it's Hutoon could also be because the Hutts don't fight their fights themselves.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Most of them, at least. Maybe we're about to see one in the upcoming movie.
Chances are high. Now we get into the Charo territory.
Yeah. This one gets used a lot online when somebody is making poor choices.
Yeah.
We'll call it like that.
Yeah. So Charo basically means to have a death wish.
Yeah, Jaro specifically is the noun death wish. And so all of these other words related to that have that in mind. So you've got Jaro, death wish. You've got Jare, which is kamikaze, basically, like a suicidal risk. An action seemingly with the intent to die. And then of course the verb form of that is jareor, recklessly risking your life, acting suicidally, things like that. And if you want to describe someone that is seemingly like this, you call them jarela, like they're oblivious of danger, just walking blind into a busy highway here. Like, what are you doing?
Charela dikut, basically.
Yeah, exactly. You would really probably frequently hear that one in many cases. Somebody walking into a Mandalorian bar, throwing out some of these insults without a second thought. Charela dikut.
So like really like bewildered looks, like, are you trying to get yourself killed here, or what's your deal?
Are you batnor?
Yeah. Kind of like that.
Yeah.
And I think kind of also like the same word root is Jareish.
Jariesh, yeah, that one.
Jariesh.
Yeah, Jariesh. That one could be, I suppose. It's it basically means like ugly or ruined, like wrecked, beaten up to the point of no longer being pretty to look at. Yeah, you could probably say that could be related in some way.
So that's basically the result of
the result of these actions
of acting reckless. Yeah, I mean, would make sense.
It's also specifically also related to the verb of jariler, which is to lay waste to something or to wreck something, and so something that is wrecked, jariyesh. But yeah, I could see those being related in some way. So
one thing you could say is a good answer if you just want to brush it off when someone is like, yeah, Duraani, burc'ya, or whatever, and you just said, what's your problem? Then you could say, COVID lo shab'rud'ni.
That would also probably start a fight, but yes, that would work.
This is kind of your like cool answer there. So yeah, I don't care, man. So you don't scare me, basically. Yeah, go shove your head up your shabs.
Yep, exactly right. And we also went over the other form of that, kote lo shab'rud'ni, which is you can take your glory. But we talked about that one.
So basically, if some overmotivated like Rusalor or whatever is like, yeah, man,
we need to
and for glory.
Yeah, we need to have a Jaro here, a death wish, suicidal actions going on. Like no.
Yeah, for glory. Shove your glory up your shab. Like, don't.
Yep.
Then also something we already mentioned, just for completeness sake, landur.
Yeah.
So it's pretty self-explanatory. We gone over that. If you call a Mandalorian landur, fragile, delicate, pathetic, as if they were gonna take that well. Like, come on, you can figure that yourself. Better don't. Yeah. Now we come to something I really liked and I really giggled when I found out that actually is a working construction is a Osik.
Yeah, which combines mir, which is a root related to brains or thoughts, and Osik, which we've discussed, basically poop, crap, sometimes garbage, but feces are.
Yeah.
But so as you might expect, this means, I'll let you do the honors.
Shit hat, basically. Shit for brains. Like,
yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Only got crap in your head. Like, yeah, come. It's a weird Osik. I also read like Osik mirsche in the butt sometimes. I think that also kind of works.
The one you actually said it a second ago here is Osik COVID, which is basically shithead.
Yeah, okay.
Straight up, literally. And so that one gets used quite a bit. We've talked about the next one a few times. I think this may have been in our first or second episode, mirsheb.
Yeah, mirsheb. Yeah.
And that one is for you Dinila out there who are willing to go and become part of our Patreon. We love you, and the top tier, some of those guys have gotten this mirsheb on an item sent to them just for fun.
Yeah. So mirsheb is basically smartest. I don't consider that really an insult. It's more like like a jab at someone,
being sarcastic.
Not too serious.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, it's in there for completeness again, but like I don't would consider that really a swear word personally, at least.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got a mug here in front of me with the same thing in German, so I can identify with that.
Yep.
Maybe not by now in Mando'a, but in many other things. So there's that. oh yeah, all the brain stuff is great.
Yep.
I think we forgot a phrase earlier. We forgot many phrases, so here they come. Keish mir solus.
Keish mir solus. He has a lonely brain cell. It's great because the word for brains is actually mirshmure'cye, which is a plural word by its own construction, and so specifically saying mirsh solus, it is literally one brain cell dinging around in this guy's head.
The same connotation as you would say, yeah, lights on, but no one's home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For more of these fun brain insults, I really like the ones about things being boring. So if you want to describe something as boring, you would say it's mirshmure'cye, which is, it literally means it's brain eating. Like this is mind-numbingly boring. It's eating my brain. Mirshmure'cye.
Brain devouring boringness.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if someone is boring, you would call them
mirshmure'cye,
which means brain assassin.
So he's killing my brain. Like, we all know a brain assassin. Come on, guys, don't pretend. Like, we all have that one guy where you think, please stop talking. I can't take it anymore. So yeah, I love that.
Only so many wow and dude, that's crazies that I can throw out here.
Yeah. like well, yeah. Yeah. Exactly that.
We've all done it. We've all done it.
Yeah.
There's Motla Shibs.
Never heard that one before.
Yeah, that one doesn't get used enough, I would say. And it's
don't give a rat's ass or what?
Yeah, it's Motla means like upright or vertical, actually. So like standing up. And so like Motla Shebs is like you're not going to even bother standing up for this kind of thing. Like I'm not gonna move my Shebs for this, so I don't care.
So we already talked about narsheb in another episode. That's like shove it.
Put it where the sun don't shine.
Yeah. Then we have nipral or nepral.
Yeah, this one is pretty straight up. Someone who has no victory, so a loser.
Yeah. Damn loser, basically. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the same way as the loser, you would say, burc'ya, kaish shushuk. Kaish shushuk, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Like, you're a disaster.
Yeah. He's a disaster. Oh, man, this guy. Yeah. Shushuk means basically completely destroyed, disastrous. Completely obliterated, super screwed up. Yeah. So Kesh Shushuk, he's beyond hope.
I thought, speaking of like targeted insults, like in the warrior sense again, that is not listed as an insult in itself, but I thought it would be one, was najat.
Maybe.
Someone that has no honor.
Mm-hmm.
Like?
Yeah, I could see that certainly being used as an insult. Yeah, especially in Mandalorian culture, where kind of your word and your honor of your word is sometimes all you have. Yeah, someone who is a najat, a person with no honor, that's they're not gonna get very far.
Yeah. So if someone if someone would infer that you had no honor, you couldn't take that lightly.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I can see that being an insult, so that's why I noted it down.
Yep.
So
Agreed.
that's an interesting thing to put in there on a like, so to say, linguistic note. Like based on the situation or on the context, pretty much anything that is an adjective or a verb can be an insult.
Yeah, depending on how you say it, exactly.
Yeah. There's a whole art with insulting people without them even noticing them. The gap that your absence leaves is filled by your absence itself.
Yeah. Backhanded compliments.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. So, okay, back to topic. Oh, yeah, that one is fantastic. I love that one. Ori, buishe, kikovit.
All helmet, no head, big helmet, tiny head. Yeah, you would probably hear that one right alongside the mirshmure'cye.
Yeah.
Lonely brain cell.
Yeah.
But yeah, this also is somebody that's really full of themselves, or somebody that's kind of maybe a pretender who is trying to make themselves seem like more than they actually are. It's almost directly one-to-one with the actually Texan saying, all hat, no cattle.
Yeah.
It's basically a cowboy who's the person who's pretending to be a cowboy but doesn't actually have cows or ride a horse.
Nice.
Yeah, that whole thing. A pretender, someone who's full of themselves and pretending to be more than they actually are.
Yeah. So the way I also read this is like, for example, someone asking Tion Jor why, and the person goes, because I say so. Like, yeah, but like that's not an explanation. Like, really being too much in this authority structure, basically, that you think, I'm not fallible. Like,
you could also say someone doing that is being already jagish. They're like bullying or terrorizing or intimidating somebody, and so that one could be used as an insult in some ways. Or when looking at two people that are insulting each other, you could say, this one's being a little orijagish. It's a little too far.
Yeah.
Now we're getting into the mini versions of Osik, which we've already talked about a little bit.
Exactly. So we had the Osik Ovid. That's also, no, have to repeat the stuff so it sticks. So once again, Osikovid is a shithead, basically. So no way talking around it. So
yeah, pretty much the only one way to translate that one.
Yeah. So the Osikir, what would that be like? Shit dads?
That's like yeah, literally that's what it means. But that's it's sort of like a oh crap, yeah. Oh my god. I don't exactly know why.
Yeah, it just was like, what
those
the hell?
two combined is just the way it is.
Yeah. Okay. At least I'm kind of proud of myself because I start identifying word roots. Like kyr is always something to do with that, like KYR. Yeah. So deaf, not that, deaf.
Yep.
So we have Osiyime, so that's completely useless and despisable person.
Yeah, it's basically someone that lives in a dung heap because Yaim is like your home, your dwelling place. So yeah, this guy lives in a dump. OCIM.
So the Osikovid from OCIM. The shithead from shithole. Yeah. Okay, I see.
Exactly.
So okay, but like, that's probably the inspiration, like living in a shithole. OCM. Okay, get it. Yeah.
And then the kind of fun way, and this one gets used also quite a bit online, is osika or osikika, just putting the ika suffix on Osik, like, listen here, you little shit.
Just wanted to say, like, that was exactly the vibe I was getting from that. Like, no, go and listen, you little. Yeah.
Yeah, but also, also can be used just for kind of friendly jabs.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I like that we have like some less strong swear words. Like also probably because we just used it a ton, but I don't consider die gut, for example, to be terribly unfriendly. I think that also can be used affectionately. So, oh, you old die gut. Okay, come here. Like. So yeah, that's the connotation I personally would get from it most of the time. Not always, of course.
Yeah.
So then we have, as Anu disclaimed earlier, with the what was it for hell?
Haran.
Yeah, exactly. So if you wanted to say something has to go to hell, you would not use haran. You would say rangir.
Yep. Rangir. Yeah, it's just to hell with it. Screw this, basically.
Yeah. and if you want to target that, then it would be rangye.
Yep. And here we have, as we've mentioned a couple times, that interesting little ye suffix which targets it to a person. Rangye, to hell with you. And now we are reaching the granddaddy of them all.
Yeah. Do you have heard us use that like 100 times already? Because that's why I put a disclaimer in there at the start of the episode. We normally say we don't swear in English in our episodes. We use the Mando words. So there we go. It's the shab, you, shabla, shabuir. So as you can guess, it's kind of like the fu, like go F yourself.
Yeah, shab basically means the F word.
Yeah.
An interesting thing to note here, and this gets confused a little bit because of, obviously the way that the F word is used in English. It can be nearly anything everywhere, and it also has the connotation, this kind of like sexual connotation as well. Which in Mando'a, shab does not actually have the sexual side of it. It is specifically like screwing something up, like really, really, effing it up, as you would say in English. Something is messed up, something screwed up, but not in the sexual connotation. So
kind of yes, but also kind of no. It's somewhere in between.
Yeah.
So it's not it's the violent connotation is there, but not really the sexual. Like
yeah. Exactly. And so if you wanted to say, hey, F you, buddy, then the way to say that is shabigar.
Yeah.
There's a funny one. For a while there, we had a whole collection of, welcome Olarom gifts to drop on people whenever they join a Discord server. And it would always be Olarom, and then in the background somewhere in the gift, Shabigar.
I never noticed that. I have to watch out for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in a similar sense to Osika, we also have Shabika, which would be listen here, you little yeah. You get the idea.
Yeah. And then of course the verb form, which shabi, that's the active conjugated verb. Shabir is the verb to f something up, basically. And so this one coming up here is one that gets used a lot, and it's important. This is really where understanding the culture comes in, with understanding how this insult means what it means. So shab'wir is essentially mother effer, but the more accurate way to describe this is like someone who is like an effing terrible parent.
A
like
bad parent,
you're a garbage parent.
screwed up,
Yeah.
messed up, whatever. Yeah.
Yep. And so, obviously in Mandalorian culture, that's something that is a grave insult, because that is literally part of the identity, part of the cetar'narir of the culture, as being. And this also applies to people who don't have any kids, because it's still part of the cetar'narir to educate, other people, educate the next generation, to be a buir for somebody, a mentor.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you are just labeled as a shab'rud'ni, someone who is a failure and just screws it up anytime you try to be a buir, be a mentor to somebody, yeah, that's a tough spot to be in. So that's why that is such a grave insult here.
Yeah. Makes.
And then we get more into the. Oh, go ahead.
Good. Just wanted to say, makes a ton of sense, actually. Yeah.
And so, of course, yeah, as anything, any insult, it gets colored in fun and flavorful ways that are maybe not directly related to the original source. But do you want to describe something as being, in the area of being a shab'rud'ni? It's obviously shab'rud'ish, the adjective form. Then, as we had in the phrase "ne shab'rud'ni," don't mess with me, and that gets, if you want to pull out the verb there, shab'rud'u is to basically seriously mess with somebody, F around. There's a couple of people who have tried to translate F around and find out. I think the best way that I've seen translated is shab'rud'u moonbaji.
Yeah, fair.
You F around, you get taught a hard lesson.
Yeah. So my new favorite is shab'rud'ni. So when insulting like a single person is not enough, you extend it to a whole group.
F you and the horse you rode in on.
Yeah. Shame on you. Shame on your cow. So yeah.
Yep.
Basically that. Great. So shabs, I mean, we have explained that 100 times. Shabs means ass.
Yeah.
Point.
Yep.
Periods. So.
And all the many and varied ways that you can colorfully use that, as was, I think, our first homework.
Yeah, I remember that. I mean, but that's also kind of the least colorful one, I guess. Like,
yeah.
So I think as you also said in our first episode, even I think it was like no language doesn't use ass as. Every language uses the word for ass as or to describe some messed up things. So,
yep.
Just human nature there.
Yep.
So we have shushuk, what we also described earlier as disaster. Yep. We also spoke about the shab'rud'ni in our first episode, I think. That's just
someone who is a butt kisser, toady, a suck up.
Yeah. So what also, now that I think about it, could be a stronger insult than I originally thought, because that's also new Mandokala.
So, yeah.
But yeah.
And I guess in some ways it would basically be, I mean, it pretty much literally translates to butt kisser. So
yeah. Yeah, but like just being such a person would be very non-Mandalorian. So yeah, that probably would be a little harsher than I originally thought. That was just my point with that.
Oh, we accidentally skipped over shukish. You've got disaster, shushuk, but also if you want to describe something as shukish, such as the blasters that the Empire cranks out. Shukish says these are useless. These don't work.
Yeah.
They can't hit anything.
Yeah. I also found something in my notes that it's not in the list, but makes sense in a sense of aggression. Basically, is a tayl ibac. Like, got it? Okay, understood.
Yeah. Back.
So
yeah, this is definitely something that you would hear in the back and forth before a fight breaks out.
Yeah, so shap you and your horse, tayl ibac. Tayl ibac. That one is hard.
Yeah.
So.
Back. Yeah, I really like the way that one rolls off the tongue. That's kind of like a capiche.
Yeah. Got me. Got what I'm saying, friend Paul, huh?
Burc'ya.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then we got some
couple more expressions that we can throw out here.
Yeah. As we said earlier, skana as like much hated thing or person. Cetar'narir. Like that?
Cetar'narir. That one is a pretty great one. Yeah. So the verb cetar'narir means to go. Just go. Cetar'narir. Peer is usually the root that's related to water. And so this literally means like go water.
Nice.
But you can then imagine that the context where this is used, it essentially means, piss off, go make some water somewhere else, or
go
something
make water.
Like that. Yeah, piss off, cetar'narir.
Great. So Soran sharp.
Yeah. So cetar'narir is it's kind of the opposite of the previous one, where this is sucking up liquid, basically, to draw up liquid or absorb something. And so Suran Shab is like, yeah, suck on that, hey, suck it. Just kind of turning that verb into a direct insult on somebody.
Fair. Makes sense. So then we have one that I actually used quite a bit already.
It's very useful at cons, crowded ones especially.
Yeah, that's usenye. So basically could be translated with get the F out my way, right?
Yep. Most likely this is related in some way to the word duse, which is like rubbish or trash, essentially. So this is like, hey, trash, clean yourself out of my way. Usenye, just be gone. Throw yourself away. Yeah, essentially clear out. So it's great for scattering people out of the way in front of you.
Yes, sir. So we have one last, and that would be utrikov.
Utrikov is just like a fool or idiot. I think this one is maybe a little bit less friendly, I guess, than Dikut. Because this one is basically someone, it almost literally means an empty head. So they don't even have one lonely brain cell. It's just empty.
Just empty, just no one home. Yeah.
Yep.
So.
And of course, there's also the adjective form, utrikovish.
Utrikovish. So guys, there you have it. We done our best to really compile everything we could find in there. So listen.
Yep. Also wanted to throw out a vorentje to nervod arjai.
Yeah, definitely.
Put together a list that also helped us to compile all of these.
Yeah, help to double check if we had everything in there. But to be frank, I really skimmed like the complete dictionary like 2 times to not miss anything. Because to be honest, I was surprised how many there were. Because as I said to Anu earlier, you come across like the 3 or 4 that are always used, and then you get a sense of, okay, that are the insults there are. And only when you really start looking into it, you are, oh wow, there are way more. Like you can. That's also gonna be the title of this episode. You can swear as a sailor, like swear like a Mando'ad. So there's really a handful. So these are all the insults, and that actually is our word of the week. How shocking! Word of the week actually is
Takisit,
which would have thought means insult. This one is kind of interesting. I picked it because there is a phrase that probably won't necessarily save your shabs from getting kicked, but is still a way to say sorry in Mando'a that we saved for this episode. This would be Anu.
So the phrase is Neparuvu takisit. And that is, I eat my insult, literally. So if you want to say the verb for to apologize, it's eparavur takisit, which literally means to eat your insult.
Yeah.
And so that one is, again, as we mentioned with Niseta, you don't want to just throw this out there. When you're sorry for something, this is one when you have insulted somebody, or there's been a misunderstanding such that someone thought you insulted them, and you wanted to say, I didn't intend to insult you. I'm sorry. Neparuvu takisit.
Yeah. So probably it could also be used in a scenario where you assumed someone would be XYZ, and then you find out, oh, you were wrong. And then you could say, sorry, I don't intend it. I eat my insult. But as I tried to paint the picture already, this wouldn't be your get out of jail free card. No, that's like you'll be lucky if you get out of that. If you really like willingly insulted someone, like we established with our intro sentence, munit, tome'tayl, skotah, iisa. Mandos have a long memory and a really short fuse. So, yeah, better think twice. Think quick.
Yep.
And that also brings us to our homework. Now you have all the tools. We want you.
This will be a fun one.
This will be a fun one indeed. We want you to think of a creative insults. Like, don't just take one from the list. So make, as I said, use an adjective or something. Come up with something sharp and targeted. Style points for it being witty. And as always, if we find some really good ones, we will read them in the next episode.
I'm eagerly awaiting what you come up with. I'm sure there'll be some fun ones.
Yeah, I mean, already this last homework has spawned some pretty fun things. So I'm looking forward to it. So since that has already been a pretty long episode, I just wanted to thank all of our Patreons, namely there being Nakavanga, Ayaden, Galacharen, and now newly Kirel Tashvar. Thank you as always, Tom, and all that leaves us with is to say, Retour chez mi.
Retour chez mi.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.